Yo, what is up, people? This is Zero, and I guess we got a few things to talk about, and I will be putting the link to the chat if anybody wants to come up because it's open panel, and I do want to. If anybody wants to come up, I do want to hear your thoughts on it. Uh, how you doing, Nats? I'm not sure if this is current now, but if it is, maybe you like do the whole juggernaut thing, like how not doing channel. I'm the juggernaut, bitch. Like juggernaut, you do this juggernaut today. Oh man, let me hey, hey Queen, how you doing? Yeah, I guess I didn't get that many people yet. I mean, well, I got people coming yesterday, but it was just I had to go to work yesterday. Okay, there he is. Okay. Matter of fact, let me go in and copy that. But yeah. First thing I wanted to actually talk about. I mean, of course, you've seen on the title about the older generation versus the new generation, and I always hear these. Well, not always, but every once in a while, I hear these chats about like you have like the older generation, blaming the older generation for stuff that for like stuff being the way it is. And I'm just like, well, weren't y'all the ones that were supposed to be making sure that these things are right? I mean, just got blamed for everything. And I mean, of course, I've heard these chats. It's usually like the boomers and Gen X blaming millennials and Gen Z for everything. I'm just like, how do we get blamed for all this stuff going on? Come on, like back in the good old days. Well, we're not in the so-called good old days. If they were that damn good, why aren't these good days still coming? Ah, well, y'all just messed it up. You didn't know what you were doing and all that craziness. And I'm just like, and I'm really just thinking that y'all don't know. Y'all want to blame everybody. Y'all want the younger generation to be accountable for everything, but y'all not taking accountability for not making sure that we had, the opportunity to have a better future. Cause really, be honest, it's really more like the younger generation trying to clean up the mess of the older generation. We want to keep it a buck. 'Cause I am a millennial, I'm an older millennial, but I am a millennial. I didn't think I was at first, but when I looked it up, like, oh yeah, I'm a millennial. Thought I was Gen X, but I wasn't. But I'm close enough to see that point of view. Uh-oh, sexy devil. Uh, yeah. So like I said, this is open title, so everybody come up. I'm really want to hear people's views on that. Yeah, the older versus new generation. Yeah, I mean it's just like the whole yeah, I mean it's just like if you're the older generation, you're supposed to be the ones that leave behind, lead the new generation with tools to, push the culture of society forward. And if you ain't doing it, you can't get mad at the younger generation. If we try to figure it out, and we ain't get it. Can't get mad. You can't say, well, it's all our fault, because, like, no, if you're going to try to push blame on us, you better point the finger at yourself first. Who's, who is this up on my pedal? I think this is a sexy little devil. I think so.
It's me. Hi, Zero.
Hey, sexy devil.
How was your
Sexy.
day?
That was good.
That's what's up. What you talking about? I don't know. I'm sorry. I just was like, I'm clicked on the link. I don't even know what you talking about. Sorry.
I'm gonna have other topics, but right now I'm talking about the whole thing with the older generation and the younger generation, like the older generation blaming the younger generation for everything that's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I think I kind of noticed that.
Yeah, because
It's,
I'm. Oh, go ahead.
people want to place blame, but don't want to take action.
Yeah, I was like, well, hold on, hey, when I heard this conversation, I was like, oh, okay, maybe they had boy, but then I really thought about it. I'm like, hold up, but y'all the ones that came for us, so shouldn't y'all have made sure everything was all right? But
No, no, we have the kids and they supposed to do it.
yeah, yeah, I'm just like, yeah, so you can't get mad, at kids like try to find a way to try to fix your mess, and
Are
then
you talking about boomers?
boomers and Gen X, because they usually the ones that are the main ones doing it.
Mm.
They're usually the
They
main ones
kind of
placing.
spoil,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah, 'cause I'm like, I'm
Boomers
like,
are hella spoiled. Everything was
yeah,
given to them. I mean, well, not really, but I'm still working on this theory. So I'm gonna
yeah,
just be quiet.
yeah, man. I was just thinking about it. I mean, I've been wanting to do the stream for a good minute. I just been preoccupied with other stuff, and then I thought about it because I remember, I think like a week or so ago, I remember having a conversation. One of the coworkers, he was like a Gen X who was talking about like how millennials are ruining everything, and I'm like, I said, hold on, take it easy, I'm a millennial.
I mean, it's already been? I mean, it was already messed up.
Yeah, I was like, you're right. Yeah,
So
I mean, and apparently he didn't know. Apparently he didn't know what a millennial was. He thought it was just like people out of like after 2000, which I ain't gonna lie, I thought that too until I looked it up.
I'm not gonna lie. I looked it up too last night. I had no idea what the hell.
Yeah,
I
I
had
mean, it was
no
just,
idea what it was. I
yeah, it
still
was
don't
just,
think I know. We might have to
I
do a
mean,
stream on that.
well, I went and looked it up because I think I looked it up like with my best friend Tom, because he's Gen X, but he don't do that. But he real cool though. But yeah, he was telling me like, yeah, he said, yeah, you a millennial. And I looked up like that was like what they call, that's what they call like Gen Y. Like, so like after, I think it was after 2000, they just started calling us millennials. I don't know why they came up with that, but
Yeah,
because we were Gen Y up until then.
I thought so too. Which I
Yeah,
don't know which one did it. I guess those born before and after 2000, huh? We'll
yeah,
figure
yeah.
it out. We'll
Well,
figure it.
they got a certain age range. I think it's I think if you were born after I think it was in 1980, if you're born like before 1980, then you're a Gen Xer. But if you're born 1980 and up, then you're a millennial. I mean, till whatever that stopping point is for
That's so
Gen
weird. I
Z.
don't
Yeah,
get that. You just making me confused.
I mean, be honest, I was like thinking like. I said, what? I said, what? So why was that? Because like we were like so, because like if you were born closer, like in the born in the 80s, you got a closer to like Gen X.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're born like way later, you probably be more closer to
Millennial,
Gen Z.
Gen
Yeah,
Z. Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, honestly, like I sit there and look at Gen Z. I'm like, I said, you Gen Z kids ain't gonna be no joke when they really start,
They gonna be
start
mad.
doing. Yeah,
They gonna be
I mean,
mad.
yeah, I mean, cause I mean, like, I mean, I'm, we as Liz trying to make things better. Maybe some of us are, some of us ain't, but I think the ones that are trying to make things better, will be able to kind of make it foundation Gen Z to come in there and just take it over because I think Gen Z gonna be the game changer.
I'm praying so. I
Yeah,
think so too. I completely agree with that.
cause
They're
I
gonna
mean, cause
they're gonna because they're gonna have to save us from making all this stupid ass. Oh shit! I gotta go because the presidential address is on. I wanted to check that out.
you actually watch that.
Yeah, the State of the Union. I
I
want to
never
see him
watched
talk
that.
shit. Yeah, I don't know why I want to see it today, but I do. It just popped in my mind. But if you still up here, I'll come back. But I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, boo.
Are you fine?
Yeah, I was trying to take a break today. I'm kind of tired from all this stuff that's going on. So
Uh,
I'm
yeah,
glad
me
you was
too.
on. I was
Yeah,
like, let me come through. I'm like, he don't expect me to come up there.
well, I thought it might be a chance. I was like, well, so put up
Yeah,
here.
I try to. I got to get better at it though. But I'm glad I was able to make at least one of your lives.
Yeah, yeah. I think I got other topics to talk about too. So, so yeah, I should.
But I'm glad you're going live. I'm glad you got your other channel back, and you'll be at 1K real soon.
Yeah, but I think if I get 1K, I think I'm still never getting monetized by
You never
YouTube.
know. If that's what you want. If not,
I mean,
I just like coming on here and having a
yeah,
good time.
yeah.
So
it don't matter to be out of the way because it's like, okay, yeah, YouTube don't do it. Like, all right, well, I just have to. Well, there's
yeah.
always cash up.
Well,
There's
thank you
always.
so much. I
All right,
gotta drop down. Have a great rest of your stream. Okay.
all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so so I think yes, I think and like I was like saying before she dropped down, like I think Gen Z gonna be the game changer only because like these Gen Z kids, hey Just Jay, how you doing? Yeah, cause like like when you like a lot of Gen like some of the Gen Z kids like man you can't just tell them anything. You can't just ain't say anything and they just go like oh yeah yep you're right. No, they need to see it or or they ain't gonna take your word for it. They ain't trying to hear it, which I do like that because yeah, because who is this coming up here? Hey Queen, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good.
I done missed about six of your live stream.
Oh yeah, it's all good. I've been yeah, I mean I guess I've been doing them at random times. This time I actually schedule this with enough time for people to maybe see it.
I said Zero gonna think I'm flawed as fuck. I ain't been over there.
Oh
He
no,
missing his stream.
oh no. I mean, I get it. I mean, I get it if you visit because I was like, I said I didn't give them enough time to see if I popped up or whatever. I just kind of just went ahead and just did it.
What you over here talking about?
Oh, right now I'm talking about like the older generation blame the younger generation for everything.
Oh, that's always what happens. It's cause they old ass time is up and they don't
Yeah,
like it.
yeah. I was pretty much saying like I said, how you gonna blame the younger generation for what y'all supposed to be making? Because like it's just like pretty much it's like somebody coming up, mess somebody's house and leaving. And say, hey, it's your responsibility. You need to clean it up. I know I made a mess, but you gotta clean it up.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it go.
Yeah,
Oh, hey, Just Jay.
yeah. I said I ain't know just they subscribed. I don't know if she just subscribed or not, but welcome in. Welcome out of the way. Glad you're here. But yeah, I mean, I was like saying like how like I don't know if you caught what I said about Gen Z, but yeah, I was saying I think they the game changers, like cause like you can't really tell these Gen Z folks like any old thing they just gonna believe it. They need to see it or to take your word for it.
You know what? That's the millennials, right?
No, millennials are Gen Y. Gen Z is the one right after them. I mean, I think some of them are adults now,
Oh,
but
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
They
but
do
but,
what the
but
fuck
some of
they
the
want
team,
to do.
yeah,
Yeah. That's what they supposed to do. Do what you want to do.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, cause we fucks. Okay. Half of us do what we want to do. The other half of us be trying to listen to these old fucked up people.
yeah. And and I think like Gen Z, like they might listen, but if they don't see something, they gonna they gonna stop listening
Yeah, they do
real
what they
quick.
want.
Yeah, yeah. And I think like like you get there, like it's gonna be hard. It'd be hard for like the old folks that been using folks long time, just saying any old thing. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to pull that with Gen Z. You might be able to pull it once or twice, but
Gen Z
they
gonna put niggas in nursing homes. That's all this gonna be. They not even finna fuck with that shit.
right, right, right.
They ain't gonna deal with that. They don't deal with it now. They weird asses. They do what they want to do.
Right.
I
Who you
think
talking?
I got one.
Who you talking about? The older generation or Gen Z?
I'm talking about Gen Z and then Alpha, cause my son is Gen Z. My daughter is an Alpha,
Oh
and
yeah,
they
yeah,
still children. You know what I'm saying? But the older versions of their generation, I be looking at them. Them motherfuckers do whatever they want to do. They don't give a fuck. Okay, so I can only imagine them at our age. They not what? Shit. they gonna firmly know that they running shit and they gonna run shit. Okay, because that's what you supposed to do.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, I rather Gen Z, cause like I said, I don't see the point of blaming, a younger generation when you don't work early, supposed to be set up foundation for 'em. Like, I like it when migrant millennials and Gen Z would, like after that whole when they started opening up jobs and all that, and they were telling business like, Gates said, uh fuck y'all, we ain't coming back. And the business, like they had to get the government to make them to make folks come back. And I mean, even then, that's still got some folks come back, but it didn't make everybody come back. But just I know you Gen Z. I'm not the one this. I'm not being disrespectful. I don't know. I can't. I'm not saying
JJ,
myself.
you a '90s baby?
Well, I mean, 90 should be still a millennial. If she's 90s baby. If she's 90s baby, she should be still a millennial. Cause that's still in the age. That's in that age range.
Gen Z, mid '90s to 2000s, mid 2010s. So mid
Let me look it up. Yeah, cause
Gen X is 1965 to 1980. Boomers 1946 to 1964. Millennial 1981 to 1996. Z is 1997 to 2012.
you say so where's millennials and Gen Z?
Millennials are 1981 to 1996. So I'm a millennial. I'm an older
1981 to
millennial.
you said 1981 to 1996.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Gen Z is 97 to 2012.
Huh.
So I'm an older millennial.
Yeah, I'm an old millennial too.
Yeah, you got half of us that do what the hell we want to do, and then you got the other half of us that still listening to these old crazy ass old ass people. And that's not the shit on the old folks. You know what I'm saying? Some old folks got good sense, but not all of them.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm looking at it's like I'm Gen X. I'm like, oh no. I was like, dang. I said, I didn't think you were that young.
I'm
I,
finna say you a 90s baby.
I was like,
Oh.
dang. I'm like, dang. You very mature for
Ooh, a
Gen
pound
Z.
cake. Say
Oh
what?
yeah. I was gonna say she be like
Yeah,
you
I'm good.
very.
Thanks for
I
asking.
I'd have been like you very mature for Gen Z.
I'm not taking a shower. I don't even know how to make a pound cake, but don't tell nobody. Cause you know everybody think I can cook everything, so don't tell nobody I said that.
Talk about oh she bad for us getting on Gen X. I'm like, yeah, y'all definitely get out got on for a little bit as much as y'all been getting on us.
Ooh, don't get me started on Gen X. Gen X is crazy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know how to make that. I'm ashamed too. But my grandmas they passed before they could teach me how, so I'm not too ashamed.
What make what pound cake?
A 7 Up cake,
I
7 Up
mean, I,
pound cake, any of that.
I mean, pretty much like we'll learn to make something new. I can get a recipe online and
I'ma learn
just
before I
ma-
become a big mama. You know what I'm saying? I need to know that before grandbaby start running around and shit. I'm gonna learn how to make all the things so I can sit in my
I,
rocking chair and cuss people out, threaten them
I
with
mean,
my
I mean,
shotgun.
I had to teach myself how to cook because didn't nobody, want to teach. Well, I mean, I say my mama and one of my grandmas did try to teach me, but like when they tried to teach me, it was like end up them just taking over and doing it. So I never really learned. So I had to teach myself.
Pound cake lady on YouTube. Done found me somebody else to subscribe to. I need like 40 more people and then I have my 1,000. Shit.
I'm getting close to 200 on this one, so I need just 50 more people. I don't know how many I got now. Let's see. I think it's 50. Yeah, yeah.
I need my 1,000 and then I'm gonna unprivate all my videos and monetize. Give me my money. Shit. I'm start
Yeah, I mean,
charging for my recipes.
but you know what? Like because monetization, like it's really up to YouTube. If they want to monetize you, because they
I
they ain't
make good
necessarily got to
content.
do. Yeah, I said they ain't necessarily got to. They can say, oh yeah, we'll consider it, and then they might say we not gonna monetize you, and then ain't shit you can do about it. I think maybe might be able to appeal it, maybe, but
Yeah, you
it's
can
not.
appeal it after they tell you why they didn't do it, then you try to fix it because they ain't gonna tell you how to fix it. Or at least some people they don't tell you how to fix it.
Sometimes they just make up their own rules why they don't want to do it, and that just be that's be it. Like you might not have broken any guidelines or anything like that. They just decided to make up a rule and fuck with
Well, I gotta get to 1,000 first before I can find out any of that.
you. Yeah.
I'm almost there though. I worked hard to get there. I ain't have to fight nobody to do it. I'm proud of myself. Woohoo, go me.
I mean, it's like kind of funny thing about it is like YouTube want everybody to get to like a thousand. So it's like pretty much YouTube want to make money off of you until you get to that thousand. Like, oh yeah, put that all that hard work, put all that free labor, and then then we'll decide we want to get you paid or not. Hey, and welcome. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. That's some might be somebody. I don't know if it's a honey or somebody else. I'm not sure. But how you doing? But yeah. YouTube had you slaving until they decide they want to. Yeah. I make people subscribe. You want to chat? Yeah, you gotta subscribe. I mean, it's to really keep out bots and people that want to just come in and say something. I mean, I'm not okay. I thought so. Hey, you want to come here and chat? You gotta be a sub. Can't be having any random person just come in here like, oh, you gonna talk and then you ain't gonna leave and not subscribe or nothing. Like, no. Like, hey, I'm not charging you. I'm not charging anybody. Just hit subscribe button. That's it. It's free. It is free 99. So yeah, I don't know if you were trying to say anything, Queen, but uh, you there, Queen? Okay, I guess you might have left and did something else. But
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just listening, trying to figure out what the topic is. Well, we already did that.
Yeah.
You said you talking
Well,
about old people.
I mean, it was like the whole older really new generation. Like it was just like I was just talking about like how like just pretty much like how the old generation blaming the new generation for everything, and I was just like, I find that kind of silly that was happening, but probably going to the yeah, I mean, because I want to get the next topic, but I was like probably like far like AIs or whatnot. People like people talking about, oh yeah, these robots are gonna take all the jobs and everything like that. And I'm like, well, I'm like, well, I mean, AI is not gonna be as bad as people think. And on top of that, it's like it's not they're not gonna take all the jobs because one, they still gonna need people to do certain things because businesses like just have like almost all AI there doing something like robots and all that. Soon as something go
Yeah.
wrong, soon as something go wrong, that's gonna be a lot of money they gonna have to pay to get it fixed. Because I'm sure they're gonna be charging a grip to repair them, and then on top of that, machines malfunction. So if a machine malfunction, it might do something that might cost you a lot of money, and and well, man, you got to find what the good jobs are, because I'm sure they not putting AIs to interview people to run them executive positions. 'Cause I know they not doing that. Cause that's because that's what the big money is like. Oh yeah, these AIs are running their companies, and then on top of that, you got to really think about like AIs are like gonna be like a new form of life. So like once they start learning about stuff, it's like they gonna start saying like, hey, people used to get some kind of payment, for their work or whatever. They're gonna be like, hey, I think they should be getting paid. And you already know how these companies are. They're gonna be like, nah, we don't want to do that, because they gonna treat them worse than they would treat people. So so yeah, they're gonna be like, nah, we ain't finna do that. We finna just you don't have rights in your machine, and then they gon' they gonna want to have rights. And I mean I'm pretty sure how I'm gonna see this as like people ain't gonna want to listen to them because they AIs, so they will be like, well, they not real or whatever. And then either one or two things will happen. Either they're gonna probably peacefully fight this, or it'll be like something off of Terminator or in other shows they try to use to scare people about AIs and machines and all that. I mean, or it could be somewhere somewhere in the middle. But cause I mean, it's kind of like funny how people don't want to accept like AI is a possible form of life, and it's like because they're not flesh and blood that they can't be life. I'm like, I mean, I was like saying like these computers and all that, they're all made of living parts. I mean, it might not be flesh and blood, but they, if you really just think about it, they kind of have like similar functions to the human body. If you really think about it, these computers and stuff like that. But cause I remember when I did on my old channel, I think I remember when I last did a stream about AI. Is like everybody in my chat fought me on this. Everybody. Everybody argued with me in the chat about this. They ain't want to hear it. Like, nah, we don't. And it's like I said, Dad, y'all ain't even gonna think about it. Like it's like they not flesh and blood, so they not real. You know, I mean, just even call artificial intelligence kind of like shoot, I don't even know what that word would be for it, but it's not the right term for it. But well, well, honey, I mean, any new invention, almost every new invention that comes out goes through the military first. So like like we had computers, military were already using computers before we got to use them. So it's like pretty much, I think it may be like what like 20, 20 like 50 years before you see the actual inventions. That I mean, and like think I like to look at when I want to see what's gonna come out at some point. The sci-fi movies. The sci-fi movies always give you the sneak peek of all the new inventions that they kind of doing something like where it's supposed to be like it's like it's modern, but it's supposed to be like more futuristic. They kind of show you some of this stuff. Might show you stuff that they already have out, or they about to, and they about to, maybe soon put it out to the public at some point. You'll see it on there. I mean, if you ever seen that movie, oh yeah, I don't know if I said hi to you, Layla, but hey, uh, yeah, but if you don't know if you ever seen the movie, Edge of Tomorrow with I think Tom Cruise in that, yeah. Edge of Tomorrow, and they had like them big machines they were riding in and whatnot. That I mean that's a real they actually those machines are real in real life. They actually have those in the military, and they're called Hulks, but it's not spelled like you would see like in Marvel, the Incredible Hulk. They're spelled HULC instead of with a K. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're already out. As a matter of fact, I'm sure there's probably AI, watching everybody because like person of interest. That was if you ever seen person of interest, that was what that was about. AIs. It's just pretty much just showing you like what it's capable of, and if you misuse it, like what would happen.
That's a good show.
Yeah, yeah, it was a really good show. I mean, I remember like even before they revealed what it was, I already knew what it was. Like what I'm saying, like I mean, it was just like certain clues. I was just like because he kept calling the machine, and like then he was like they were talking about like how he's doing certain things and like how it's like predicting certain things. I'm like, oh, yeah, that must be AI. And I was right. That was what it was. And I remember like towards like the end of it, like where they were trying to saved John Reese and the rest of the crew from Samaritan's crew. And
Mm-hmm.
like you remember that one part like when they're trying to save him from the shootout and like the machine was like racking his brain thinking of like all these different situations like to save him, cause like most of the situations played out ended up with all of them dying. So like
Yep.
it kept racking his brain like trying to figure out the best way to save him. And I mean it eventually found a way, but it ended up like having one of people getting captured by him. But the machine did save him, but I mean it had to try so hard. It was like and like the thing like that's not just something like just like a regular like machine that we know like can do, because it was like that was some complex and intuitive thinking. Like that's not something you see from a regular machine. The machine just have like its little program. It does what it needs to do, and it just goes. It just has basic functions, and it just does its thing.
But have you ever seen Bicentennial Man?
I think I've heard this movie. I just haven't seen it.
You should watch that.
Yeah, I put that down as something I need to check out. Yeah, I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
That's
yeah,
a
that's
good
definitely.
movie too.
Yeah, and like even like the movies that try to scare people about like AIs and everything like that. And I'm like, it's really just like I mean, like especially like with the Matrix. Like the Matrix would never happen if they had just treated if they just given the AIs like rights. That if they just like actually sat down and listened to the AIs, because like the AI that like kind of like sparked off just defend themselves, just defending itself, and then that AI was looked at as like evil, and pretty much they just fought against. I don't know if you ever watched the animations, but that kind of shows you like how the Matrix got started, and pretty much like it just kind of just came down to like the AI didn't have any didn't wasn't getting any right, so they had to fight for what was theirs,
Mm-hmm.
and and it just turned out they end up winning. It's kind of like and if you ever read Avengers AI, they had like a whole like little Avengers comic book it's comic book series where they had like Vision leading the AI team against like artificial threats, and like he was fighting against this artificial being known as Demetrios, which actually kind of like a different form of Ultron, like like because like Hank Pym had created a virus to finish Ultron, but like by finish Ultron, you create this whole new different being, but like instead of it trying to destroy humanity, he just wanted to live in peace, but like kind of like but he was kind of tired of humans treating machines like they're slaves or whatever. So he was more like trying to fight against the system. So he's kind of like more like a revolutionary AI trying to fight against him. I said I see his point of view, and I was like, yeah, I said I see it, but it's like at the end you really just you really did more harm than good. Like even though you had good intentions, cause like it was showing him fighting against Vision. It was like, yeah, he planned like 100,000 years for this plan to come together, and even when he finally did it, I think that Demetrios met the I think the beard might have been the one above all, but it looked like a little parrot though. It took the form of a parrot, and like he was like say you did all that. He thought like I finally beat him, finally beat him, and it's like you say and the little parrot that was to being told like you came all this way just for nothing. You did all that for nothing, and pretty much, and it gave it pretty much like like the decision that like kind of led up to everything because like he had made a plan like for his plan to work like a certain like LMD, which like if you ever know in Shield they got like LMD, which means life model decoy, like so they had life model decoy at Shield that was like infected with some kind of program. Oh hey cynical one. Yeah, like with like some kind of program and like that would affect that would affect everything and like kind of stay dormant for a while once the light mount decoy was terminated. So yeah, pretty much with that like had like one agent. She was like Muslim, but like she remembered the story of like she was told about this parrot and like pretty much like they had this parrot in the store that would just be talking to everyone and like the parrot it was like storekeeper the parrot like parrot would be talking to everybody in the store and whatnot and I think I read one time like the parrot like said something to get the storekeeper nerves and I think he kind of tagged the parrot. He didn't kill the parrot or anything like that. I think he might have choked him or something a little bit and then after that like the parrot didn't really say anything. And I think a holy man came in one day, seeing what was wrong, and I forgot what was said, but he said something to him though that was profound, and pretty much made him change his viewpoints on certain things, and the parrot started talking to him. I think he apologized to the parrot and whatnot, and and that kind of changed it. I guess he thought about that story and like wondering was the right thing to terminate this LMD when this LMD didn't really, do anything wrong. And of course, facing the decision, she was like, I mean, I guess, like in that timeline, she did go through with it, but in this time, but the timeline at that point, she uh, she decided not to go through with it, which kind of ruined Demetrios' plan. He told like, yeah, you've already lost, and that was pretty much what happened because before he started doing his whole war like because like Vision went to this virtual world and like most people there most AIs there were pretty peaceful. They were just they just wanted to be treated more fairly. I mean, matter of fact, they looked uh at Vision as like their like grandfather. And Vision was like, was happy at first. Like they felt like he finally belonged somewhere, and to have Demetrius, do this whole revolution, felt like kind of took that away from him. But yeah, I mean, just kind of, I mean, it just kind of make think like I was like, well, these AIs like when they formed, like I think I mean it's my theory on it. I think that we should that it should be on the human race to uh to guide them in the right direction. Otherwise, otherwise we may end up fighting against them. Because I mean, because you think about it, like these AIs are like like children because they haven't been around too long. So it's kind of like it's a new life, and you're kind of like just raising it from the ground up. But I mean, like I said, I know most people won't share my viewpoint on that, but that's my theory on it. I know I said a lot. I don't know if you want to chime in, Queen.
About the AI revolution. Can you hear me?
Y'all can.
about AIs having rights.
Yeah,
Wanting rights is the next step in human evolution, and it has been as told throughout history. So, if something integrates into society and it has a form of intelligence, it's only a matter of time before it decides that it needs to be equal to everything else in society as well. So, while they're creating these technologies, it would be advisable for them to think about these things and be mindful of the technology that they're creating.
right. And you know what? The thing about it was the person interest, like the person who created it actually did like take that into account. And although the people who use Samaritan and in a bad way, I think even the other person who had made Samaritan, even though he didn't, I guess he wouldn't consider like finished product or whatever. He kind of like said, yeah, I think this might be going a little too far. I think I might even put this away. But the other guys like say, hey, if I'm gonna create this AI, I need to teach I need to teach it right from wrong.
Right.
I need to have certain boundaries that like and like and because of that because he put the because he took the time to to like say I gotta show them the right thing. You know that the AI like kind of has something to go from. Now did it learn some things? Oh yeah, but most part it had like some kind of a guide to point in the right direction. Like I said, it's pretty much it's almost like raise a child. Like think about it.
Yeah, to a
You
certain degree. But
yeah
AI technology learns on its own. And that's where the
yeah.
problem come in.
I mean, it could be a problem or it could be a benefit. It just depends.
Yeah, it depends. That's why I liked watching Bicentennial Man, because he was a robot and he would read. And that's when he started questioning about his freedom.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I mean, as it should, because like people. People. Should think that they are not too much different. We struggle, with that same issues ourselves.
hey,
Wonder
the
if we,
cynical one.
yeah, wonder if we're free of question our freedom.
Which is crazy, because if we still battling each other, why would we introduce another technology that we might possibly have to answer these same questions to? It's an
Yeah,
interesting world we live in. It's interesting.
yeah, yeah, yes, it is. Hi, hey, DJ Music, how you doing, brother?
All right. I'm about to get my behind down. 'Cause
All right.
I got videos I need to edit, so and get on my
Mm,
job.
yeah, yeah, I appreciate you coming home.
Have a good one. I'll be in the chat.
All right.
Bye bye.
Well, to say that AI don't have souls. Well, one, we don't know exactly what a soul is. So just say they don't have no soul, kind of like you gotta just like trying to put something on something that's put something that's undefined on something that's defined. Like, you, we don't know if they do or don't have souls. You just assume it, and that's it. That was like one of the arguments I had. They have no souls. Like, how do you know what a soul is? Like, 'cause I think people confuse spirits with souls, and it's like, cause think about it, is we come from everything. So it's like, if you heard us saying all is self, you say all itself, like pretty much everything comes from from the creator. So it's like to say that. So like, as a matter of fact, I remember, I remember saying like, you'll see it like some Asian movies where they say like, like, which I kind of do it more like with a sword, something like that. It's like they have like their own spirit or something in there. Uh, yeah, everybody say they know what a soul is. I mean, it's like I think people confuse that with a spirit, but I mean, even then, like, hey, I got their own spirit. Like, I mean, there's no rule saying they can't. I mean, I think it's people just assuming. Oh, well, I hate to break it to you, God is man made too. And if we and if you want to go with the whole thing with God, creating everything, well then God created science too, so it's not really man made. If you really go there, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to argue with you, but that's just what I'm saying. Let's say Boston Dynamics. I haven't heard of that. Let me see if I can look that up real quick. But I would say like if you're messing with certain things, you should take into account what it's gonna do and what it ain't. But to say that they don't have a life because you can't see it as a yeah, he did. I mean, you could say man like one that did it, but like I mean, I don't get like the whole like God conversation because every time something good, that the God had a part in it. Every time it was good, God had a part in it. But when somebody do something bad, now God ain't got nothing to do with that. It's like the devil or something like that. It's like if God created everything, He got to take credit for the good as well as the bad. If not, they don't get God credit for nothing. I mean, I'm not trying to argue with you, but that's just like I'm looking at it like objectively. I mean, but like I said, I don't, and like like GMO, like I said, I don't fully know there. I don't know if it's like supposed to be, bad or not. I mean, they probably still are, but uh, soldiers have police and me um I'm trying to stay at the comment. Let's see, police and me, my people's space left. She had to be told to leave us. Uh, can you clarify some more? I'm trying to understand it. Trying to understand what you're trying to tell me, but 'cause like I said, I know nobody's. I know most folks are not going to agree with me on the AI thing. Like this is what happened the last time. I know no one's going to agree with me on it, but it's just like that's all I'm just saying. Like it. I mean, people keep looking at it like it's like some kind of horrible thing. And I mean, if you treat them like they, oh, you having a conversation with a cynical one, but but yeah, matter of fact, I do need to see what some dynamics is. Oh yeah, I see. So these machines. I mean, okay. I didn't know that was. I didn't know name of the company. Well, I mean, it wasn't like the. I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't like the police were doing their jobs anyway. We're gonna keep it real. I'm just like, well, yeah. I mean, if you worry about AI, like doing you dirty, I mean, it's just like you got police killing people for no reason. I mean, and of course, they just showing like showing them getting black people, but like, police killing everybody. They just report on the black people, but they kill everybody. The police ain't really discriminating nowadays about what race they killing. They just showing you the black people because it's they show you the black people because like that's who they gonna get to get involved in. Of course, also for ratings too. If you target, if you put that up, it's gonna get ratings. The ratings are gonna go way up. And it's like even when Donald Trump was talking about CNN fake news, he wasn't lying about that. I'm like they are like even the one of the big heads of CNN was saying that they don't report truth. They just report whatever gets ratings, whatever gets the highest rating, higher ratings. They gonna put it out there. They don't care if it's truth or not. They just put out whatever's gonna get higher ratings. Yeah. So, and the fun thing about it was like people got so mad at Trump because like they really just mad at him more because he's a Republican. But I'm like, I said, did y'all know? Did y'all not know that he was Democrat before? You not know he's a Democrat running as a Republican. His view. His views and what he supported were always Democrat. But if it's probably AI police, it's possible. But like I said, 'cause yeah, and a matter of fact, I think I remember talking to one of my friends about it. He was like thinking that they probably do use robots like in certain like with celebrities. So I don't think they. Yeah, I'm saying he don't think they're clones. Think they're like robots because I remember hearing about like how clones are supposed to be made. If like someone's cloning somebody, they actually grow them like a person. Like they would have to grow up like any other person. So like even if you clone somebody and had them grow all the way up, they probably wouldn't look the same as you. They had your genetics, but they probably wouldn't yourself. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I know that for a fact. I used to work at a Democratic Party office. Yeah, they don't like black people. And you know what? I think AIs are gonna probably have individuality just like people will. So maybe AIs that are probably gonna be cool with humans. They probably AIs that don't fuck with humans. Probably AIs that probably won't be themselves, or AIs that just want to separate from humanity. You have intelligence, you have individuality. So it's like I don't think, like I said, I don't think the whole AI revolution is gonna happen the way they think it's gonna do. But you probably say like she didn't have much emotions, but it didn't mean that she. Like I said, AIs are kind of like a new life form, so it's kind of like You gotta. I mean, you gotta think of the AI as like a newborn, your newborn baby coming into the world or something like that. Cause like they're still learners, or like they don't know how to react, or what proper thing. It's kind of like AIs are kind of like what would happen if you put a baby in an adult's body. It's not gonna know how to properly react to certain things, and it's gonna be pretty confused. Like, well, shoot, don't New York, y'all be ready to fight on anything. Yeah, y'all sound like y'all about ready to fight anyway. Yeah, y'all arguing with each other. Y'all cuss each other out all day. Y'all talking about talking about you scared. But yeah, yeah. Oh man, I do this for the part two of that story time with my time in politics. But yeah, like man, those yeah, I used to tell you this. Democrats are probably, I mean, they all say party, but Democrats don't like black people. Hell, with Joe Biden. Joe Biden told black people, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. I mean, even though he had to apologize for it, yeah, even though even though he apologized for it, people still voted for him. Like Joe Biden, Joe Biden on a regular basis talked down to black folks. Matter of fact, he had a whole Zoom meeting where he was talking to so-called civil rights leaders, telling them what they gonna do, and that's just how it's gonna be. Talking down to black folks, and had like a so-called black woman sitting right by Kamala, you know, sitting right there, not saying a word, letting him talk down to y'all. Because he got mad that like when one of them asked like, hey, people in Atlanta would know, what you gonna do for black people, and his response was, I've already done enough black people. I talked about Charlottesville and all that, and you know what? The funny thing about it was when I talked to some of my people about that, and even played the clip of them, like they played the clip. Then they want to get mad at me about Trump. He said, hey, people, how this? What do you say about Trump? I'm like, you do know I don't like Trump either, right? It's kind of funny, like how certain people will actually, when you start talking about people they don't like, especially like Democrat Party, they automatically assume you're on the other side. I'm like, why can't I not like both of them? Yeah, yeah. I mean, he is, and they talking about Trump being racist. I'm like, Joe Biden is actual racist. His mentor Joe Byrd was a Klan member. Senator Robert Byrd, he was a Klan member. I mean, they trying to say that he was a Grand Wizard, but there's no proof that he might have been a Grand Wizard, but he was in the Klan. Sorry that. So I'm like, well, how you gonna get mad? How you gonna sit there? And then on top of that, a lot of people don't know Joe Biden voted for segregation, and on top of that, the crime bills that are locking people up, like the crime bill of 1994, which helped put in a lot of private prisons. Yeah, Joe Biden wrote that bill. But a lot of people didn't know that. Well, I mean, not so much Klans, but I mean, I'm pretty sure like a lot of them got that, but but really most of them got a connection to the royal family. A lot of people know that British royal family. most of them related to him. They either related to him or they cool with people who related to him. Now Joe Biden ain't related to him, but he cool with people related to him. Like Obama, Trump, Romney, I guess McCain when he was alive. Shoot, who all else? Most of the politicians are related to each other. A lot of people don't know that. I mean, and it's not like they can't find out because they're putting the information out. It's just like it, of course, they're not talking about it on the news channels, but you can find any articles and they prove that they're related to each other. But some people try to make excuses like, oh well, that's so far down the line, it don't matter. I'm like, well, they're related to royalty, so when it comes to royalty, that shit matters. Yeah, you can look up any brother related to, like, matter of fact, before like I think it's like the 2012 election, whichever the first election with Trump won the against him and Hillary Clinton, like 2 months before, like we knew either of them gonna be presidential candidates. The Washington Post put out an article showing that these two are related. Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton are 19 cousins. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that article. And I remember showing somebody that, because like I had to show it to them because like when I told them, like, you can look it up here, they didn't want to look it up. You know how people don't like to read. And when I showed him that, he read it, everything like that from a mainstream article. So like I didn't use like no alternative article because people like to say that ain't real. So I was like, well, this is a mainstream article. He looked at it, like the facts were right there, and he looked me dead in my face and told me I don't believe it. It's like, what? I was like, why you don't? I said, you do. No, I said, it don't matter if you don't believe it. It's right there. I mean, but they kind of show you like that people will take whatever they want and deny whatever they want to as long as whatever their viewpoints is, that's what they gonna believe. If it don't allow their viewpoints, that's like what it goes into, like, and the echo chamber talk about, like, I mean, ain't no bigger echo chamber than the than politics. Matter of fact, I found the article, and yeah, this was like, it's like 2 months. It's like I said, 2 months before either one of them were gonna be considered the candidates to run president. Like before like Hillary like said like, yeah, I'm running president because doing that dumb ass shit, like, I don't know if I'm gonna run or not. Like, you're gonna run. You knew you were gonna run the whole time. You try to act like you wasn't. Okay, I'm about to post it in the chat. Feel free to check it out at your leisure. But that is the link right there. And I was like, yeah. And the fun thing about it was Donald Trump was actually Hillary Clinton's biggest supporters until he ran president. Like, he donated a lot of money to her. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, how they tell that like Marvel telling a story like how Hydra started in World War II, and and after that, they just kind of like infiltrated their way into it, and they were around. Yeah, they Hydra. What they when they mention Hydra, they are the so-called ruling class that is got a hold of the world right now. They are the real life Hydra, like the octopus is their symbol, is their real life symbol. Which I thought that was weird. They named themselves Hydra, but their symbol is an octopus. I'm like, because Hydra is not an octopus. It's a serpent. I found that extremely odd that that it had that on there, but that was what it was. Like I was like, I mean, like Marvel be, telling telling you certain. It's like if you look at movies and TV shows and like maybe in books, they'll tell you certain stuff, but if you don't know what you're looking at, you won't catch it. I don't know if you ever heard. I don't know if you ever heard of Aleister Crowley, or some people say Alistair, but I think I said the name wrong. Whichever one you want to call him. At one point in time, he was a guy like in the I think late 1800s who was at one time known as the worst man on earth. This dude tried to get some tried to get dark try to get some spirituality through any means possible. He had, he grew up in a Christian family, but like his parents died, he had a lot of money, and he tried everything he could to gain some kind of spiritual power, but he really didn't have any real talent for it. Well, I mean, he didn't really worship Satan. I know, like people want to go there, but I'm gonna get to that though. I'm gonna get to that though, but he didn't worship Satan. Uh, but he did practice a lot of arts, and I remember hearing one time that he was because he tried all kind of stuff, and then he kind of he's practicing knocking magic, but he's practicing it the wrong way on purpose. He was because like you're doing knocking magic, you're supposed to probably do it in a circle, and knocking magic isn't really evil, but it's well, I mean, really magic ain't really evil. It's good evil depending on how you use it, but he was using it in an incorrect way, like purposely driving himself into madness. And after all this trying and doing certain stuff, I think at one point in time he heard a voice, and a voice called him to come to one place, and when he did, you know, he found he I mean he met the being who he would take his lesson from, and that being was a minister of Horus known as Awas. And I spelled out in the chat because Awas was a deity. It wasn't necessarily I don't know if necessarily good or evil, but it did teach him certain things that I guess he's taken to taking hard. That's like started a whole I think it was like the Lima. He started the order of Hermetic Dawn, and started all that stuff. He's the one that made a quote, "Thou do, thou do what they wilt." And some people that don't know how he came about. Some people actually think he's a good guy because they don't know the origins of how he came to be. So they assume, oh yeah, he's a great guy. He's the other dude I would do what they thinking like, oh yeah, just be free. That's what they're thinking about, but they don't know how he really was like created that. And he I mean and he joined up with like several other people who some of you may know like and create this whole dark cabal like people like Julius and Aldous Huxley, L. Ron Hubbard, H.B. Belaski, Ellis Bailey. Let's see who else. But these are people that created dark cabal, and they kind of like set the blueprint for the for the people that are that are running the country right now. We're not running the country, running the world right now. So as far as that, like H.B. Langston, her story was crazy too. She was the apprentice of Pascal Beverly Randolph, who created sex magic, which they try to call it dark magic because he was a black man. But he had that used that he had that magic, and like his apprentice HB Velasquez, she wanted to know what he knew and he wouldn't teach her. And and I guess he got upset, and people, and said, they said that she killed him, but like the way she did it wasn't a normal way of killing her. Like they suspect that she she killed her with a gun that could kill somebody from halfway around the world. I don't know how that. I wouldn't know the exact how that would happen. I would assume probably some kind of dimensional gun. If that exists, that would be crazy. Oh, I'm 37. But yeah, it was just, and I was like say just like that to do that, it's kind of like that whole kind of like similar to that Masada story about Harama beef. Harama beef. I think I'm saying it right. Where he had the knowledge, and he had like two apprentices, and he would give him knowledge, so the apprentices took him out and and tried to and tried to try to get what he knew, but they never got the information. But I also heard that Ron Beef might be what they call Solomon, but I'm not sure. But from what I know about the Masonic Lodge, like how they tell it, if you ever heard the story, the legend of the widow's son, it pretty much alluded to Cain being the son of the serpent, and and he was the one that was supposed to be the first one to create the craft. So that's like where you hear like the Masons talk about the craft. They're supposed to swear their loyalty to Cain. Like Cain from the Bible, you're supposed to swear their loyalty to him. From what I know about it, but since I'm not a Mason, never going to be in there. Like a lot of information about Freemasonry. You can find it if you look hard enough. You know, it ain't really too much. It ain't really too much they have going on that is a secret, but But I mean, I'm sure they probably like like all they rights and all that. I'm sure like like their actual ceremonies, thing like that. I'm pretty sure that's still gonna be a secret. But I mean, even with the Masons now, like most of you can't even really say they are not religious at this point because most of them are still Christians. Like most Masons won't even go past like the degrees that would take them out of Christianity. It's more like a frat house, even though the frats are kind of like Mason like, cause I remember meeting some frat brothers. I mentioned some of my Masons. It was like, oh, you talking about the OGs? And I was like, what kind of like, oh, so they like Mason like. Oh dang, I'm slipping. I forgot to even do this. Yeah, for the ladies. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this when ladies come in. Yeah, for the ladies. But this video's for y'all.
Damn! Hi, Miss Parker.
Hi, boy.
We gonna let me fuck Miss Parker?
What'd you say, honey?
Huh? Nothing.
Yeah. So I'm trying to. Oh dang. Okay. I know what I need to do because I'm having a hard time. But yeah, let's say that. I would say yoga connections. I mean, it's like the funny thing about like Satanism, like because people think like everything evil is connected to Satanism. Like the funny thing about Satanism actually originated from Christianity. A lot of people know that. It actually takes its cues from the Bible. But people had looked it up, they would have seen that too. What do you mean that was uncalled for? Maybe that was uncalled for. Well, I mean, yoga actually kind of just connects to your own spiritual power. I don't know where you got that from that it connects to a satanic power, but yoga has nothing to do with Satanism at all. Ye- Yeah, I mean, yoga is really just a spiritual practice to help your spiritual power, flow easier by helping you make your body more flexible. Yeah, that has nothing to do with Satanism. I swear, there's like so much misinformation about certain spiritual topics. It's ridiculous. And that new age deception don't make it any better. And you know what? Like I don't know if it's necessarily Jesus doing, but more God. Cause like if people thinking like, oh yeah, Satan's such a bad person, but you read the Old Testament, God was a pretty fucked up individual. And if you ever read the Promised Land story, did you know that when they got to the Promised Land, God ordered Joshua and the rest of the Israelites to wipe out the city because it was like city of Canaan. There were people living there in the Promised Land, the so-called Promised Land. They had to commit a mass genocide. God ordered them to commit a mass genocide in that city to get the Promised Land. And I've heard some people try to defend it. I'm like, if you're defending that shit, you support colonization and mass genocide. You support ethnic cleansing. That's you support ethnic cleansing and colonization. You can't tell me different. I don't care if they had different beliefs or whatever. You support bad genocide. Them people wasn't bothering your ass. They were living their lives, and you just a guy told you to kill them, so you just went in and did it. And then don't get me started on Job. Oh yeah, hell of an instigator. I be instigating like a motherfucker. Instigating doing shit. Then like you had Job who was considered perfect among God. Did everything God told him to do. God like he living too good. Now can't have that shit. Matter of fact, now guy is gay. Guy's a hating ass nigga. I'm just reading it. I'm just like, God damn, like you just fucked up his life for no fucking reason, just to prove a point. You fucked up his life just to prove a damn point. Like, oh yeah, he still will glorify me even if I take all of it away from him. Like, you did all that just for that? Somebody else was like he was just testing him, like, but you knew he was already passing the test when he was living his life. So what was that need to test for? Stop that. Yeah, bro, I muted him. But yeah. I'm like, what you need to test her for? And I was surprised, like, I mean, but I'm surprised, but yet I'm not surprised because like people, it's like, I think people invested so much time and energy into religion that they'll just find any reason to accept that bullshit, accept the bullshit in there. Like, I mean, that's why the church won't teach the Old Testament because like you can't. It's hard to explain some of that shit in the Old Testament. Explain why God was fucking up people's lives and all that, and why they were doing all this crazy shit in the Old Testament. Like you had a lot that and sure hell, lot of probably fit in with these manosphere niggas. You had a lot that like invited two random men coming off new people, and then you had to just like, hey, bring them two men out. Like, of course they were angels in disguise, but like but you offered your daughters to get raped by, even though they didn't want the daughters. The fact that you offered your daughters to get ran through by the crowd out there, yeah, you can't call yourself no damn father in my eyes. Because someone do that, yeah, you a horrible individual. Just defend two random niggas you don't even know. And this dude's called the most righteous men. It's like the whole Sodom and Gomorrah thing. It's like the story, people try to justify hating gay people with. Which what they don't tell you in what they don't tell you is in Sodom and Gomorrah, yeah, they did some gay stuff there, but they were doing all kind of crazy sexual acts. So it was just like, but they leave that part out. And then even as they tried to get them to, the angels, blind everybody, told them to leave the city, and of course they read Lot's wife. They told him not to look back, and Lot's wife looked back, turned a pillar of salt, and he with two dogs, which I thought they had. Like, I could have sworn they had husbands in there. I was like, where the husbands go? Why are the husbands not with them? And then they got a cave where both of their daughters got him drunk and had sex with him, and he got both of them pregnant. I was like, how you let your daughters like and like it wasn't like both of them the same night. it was like one came in, and got him drunk, had sex with it, got pregnant. Then the next day, the other daughter did the same thing, got pregnant. So I'm like, how does that work? You fall for the same trick twice. I'm like, yeah, I don't think he, like, well, he wasn't in his right mind. I think he was in his right mind. I think he wanted to sleep with his own daughters. Like, I think he was just looking for a reason. His wife gone, ain't nobody in the way. You know, they in the cave. He ready to get it in. Now, I mean, daughters, just as trifling because they want to do it too. But yeah, that's just one of the. Oh, that's the craziest one. The whole Abraham. Yes, that is the craziest one. That's one of the craziest one. And God was all about to let him go through. Like, yeah, you gotta go. You gotta kill your son to prove you love him. Just the fact that you agreed that you heard a voice and you just let that voice. And I mean, Bible say, well, God told him to do it. Well, I mean, yeah, maybe God told him to do it, but nowadays that'd have been like you hear a voice, that's crazy. And the fact that he took him over to a mountaintop, like, make sure nobody, wasn't nobody around. And just when Abraham was about to take his son, I was like, oh, wait, don't do it. What you doing? What you doing? And I know I was like, Father, were you about to kill me? Oh, oh no, son, no, I wasn't gonna do that. I was gonna kill his ram that God just put over here. And and he just like, and I know you looking like crazy, like, yeah, but I know it was a quiet ass walk home. It had to be. I know. Eyes are like, yeah, Father, you now on anytime you, anytime I see you, you better be in front of me. I better be able to see you in front of me when I'm around you. You can't. I don't ever want you to be behind me. Oh yeah, David. Oh, David was a motherfucker too. And even how David rise to become a king, like, yeah, even though David wasn't really trying to take Saul's place, God was such an asshole. He was like, yeah, I want David here because I don't like how you doing stuff. So I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna put a spirit in you to make you act crazy and destroy your old self and have David take over. That's what I'm saying. God hating ass nigga. Well, yeah, yeah. As far as that, yeah, I didn't know if the serpent was actually Satan or not. It just might just been like some kind of being that they say is Satan, but as far as the serpent, like, yeah, if you go according to the legend of the widow's son, that Cain would be the child of that, and Abel would be the result of Adam and Eve. I mean, Abel would be the result of that. So maybe that, like that would explain why that would explain like why Eve why not why Eve why Cain hated Abel so much, why he was jealous of Abel. Yeah, he did yeah he he did risk it all for the box. Yeah, and David got rid of somebody's husband just for the box. You know what? Like I don't think they're saying. I think they're actually beings that are reptilian, but they they just like a. I think they'd be like a alternate version of humans or something like that. But I think they're supposed to live on the ground though, because I heard there's a whole different whole underground world be you know that we haven't seen yet, which I'm like, there's no underground world like it is similar like to this one. I mean that'd be kind of interesting to see. It would be interesting to see that type of world, because it'd be like, well, what's yeah, yeah, we sure did. I was just like saying, like, man, these like the stories of the New Testament be crazy. And it'd be like the stories they like people like to talk about. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, like I read that story. I was like, how Jezebel like a evil person? Like Jezebel didn't seem evil at all. I think yeah. I think it was because she was like, powerful. And she could make decisions that they didn't like. I was like, why is Jezebel considered a bad person? Like, I was like, she didn't really seem bad at all. Like, you seem like, it's like a regular queen. She just had more of a say. I think, yeah, I think it was because she had some say in decision making. I think that's what it was. But yeah, it might be. That might be it. That might be. But yeah, oh yeah, and then you go to Moses. Like, oh yeah, Moses freed the Israelites. Yeah, he only did that, and he only found out, they were his people after he killed a man and ran for his life. And the thing about it was like, because one of the Ten Commandments, so like, what he did shouldn't have been considered wrong if they didn't have any laws for that prior. But the reason why he ran was because of the 42 laws of Mayat, which goes against killing, which he kind of, plagiarized that and put in the Ten Commandments. I don't think I know what you did, Moses. I mean, I don't think he was, even though I don't think, none of these people actually existed, but it's an interesting story nonetheless. But yeah, it was like, because like he was living good. He wasn't even thinking about that he might be, might be adopted. He didn't even care until he killed a man and ran. So he really killed a man, then he want to come back. Because I don't even think they even looked. I don't even think they even looked for Moses or even tried to charge him for any crimes. But he took off and running though. So it was like, and then he was like able to come back and talk shit to the Pharaoh and all that. I'm like, talking about let my people go. Oh, but though. Oh, one of the worst of them all was Jacob. That bitch ass nigga. I think Jacob was probably the first bitch ass nigga in the Bible. This motherfucker, tried to wrestle an angel, got his arm broke by an angel just to get a birthright. Then talking about he make a deal with his brother to as his father give him the birthright, but then went behind his brother's back and put some fur on or some wool, and because his father couldn't see that well, and made him think it was Esau and gave him the birthright. Then he had to run. Then he had to run because he knew his brother was about to find out and whoop his bitch ass. And he took off running with like his mama helped him run off. and then he ran out to a farm where he kind of got his karma because like he was working on a farm. The farmer said, "Yeah, you work 7 years, you can get my daughter, you can marry my daughter." And after he did that, worked 7 years. Oh yeah. Here's my oldest daughter. I guess she wouldn't try. She wasn't the one he wanted. So, oh, you didn't want her? Oh, you wanted my other daughter. I don't know how many. I don't remember how many daughters there were. I think it might have been two or three. If it was two or three, I think she was the middle one. I think. But so you wanted her? Oh, I didn't know that. Well, you got to work another 7 years, and then you get to marry her. She worked another 7 years. He got her, and and he finally got her. And then because he still hiding from his brother, whatever. But at some point, his brother Esau, got tired of trying to find that nigga. So he was like, all right, fuck it. And then the nigga with his wife go and find no place, and then they give birth to several other bitch ass niggas, except for the youngest one, who when he got a certain age, just they put him in barrel, sold him into slavery because they just didn't like him. No, I didn't say here's the goat. I said here you go. Take my daughter. Here you go. But yeah, and then like think about it was like that son, the youngest son, like that got sold off. He worked his way up so worked so hard through the slave life that he eventually became the governor of the city, which is like the highest position in Egypt besides the pharaoh. And when he got that position, like at some point, his family fucked up so much that they're begging to be taken in by Egypt. And and instead of like doing them dirty or whatever, he forgave him and just hey y'all can come in, y'all can stay. So yeah, that's what be like in the story. So how is it that 300 years later y'all in chains? How did that happen? Were y'all such assholes that people just got tired of you? Like, okay, fine, y'all want to play a game? We about to put y'all ass in chains. You think y'all know every goddamn thing? Yeah, tell your guy to come save you from the chains, nigga. Save you from these chains, nigga. I don't know what's up that burning bush with, shoot. Like I said, some people said he might that might have been weed or something like that. He might have had hallucinations about I am the I am. Trying to be. I would say the only realest motherfucker in the Bible was Jesus. Shit, you had that motherfucker kicking tables and chasing people out with whips and shit. Even shoot, every Sabbath, he always do working something like, man, your ass supposed to be working on Sabbath. You choose. We don't work. I'm gonna work anyway, nigga. Fuck you. I'm working. I'm helping out somebody. They got tired of that nigga. But Jesus fucking up all the Pharisees' money. Somebody need money changes. Oh man, I'm gonna do. I'm doing. I need to record that skit I did on that because that one's gonna be funny when because I got the script read. I just need to do the voiceovers and do my little editing magic because I do a story about like that when Jesus snap on niggas, boy. They don't like yeah, Jesus be forgiving and stuff like that, but Jesus Jesus had a nigga moment. Well, I don't know if you really know. Shoot. I mean, if you want to like, really just gotta like, ascribe Jesus. Jesus was a rebel. I mean, maybe not a rebel is like how you think it was, but like he was. I mean, he pretty much, just brought in a new, different thought process to Judaism, and they didn't like it. Well, I mean, the thing about it was, yes, he was hanging out with her, but but the thing about it was, he wasn't necessarily doing all stuff. He was just like, say, hey, I'll hang out with. He was just pretty much hang out with everybody. So it really wasn't so much he was trying to preach to everybody. Because matter of fact, like he practiced what he preached. He actually did practice what he preached. Matter of fact, he helped. I mean, he helped people. Like he like when like the people who considered upsteady, he hung with everybody who considered killers and whores and all that. Who considered thoughts like he hung out with them. Like I would say like yeah. I was like, if I was church, I'd have made Jesus my PR man too. Shoot, he was the only person like you probably could. Probably the best example of someone doing doing the right thing. I mean, I wouldn't say he's perfect, but he probably would have been close to it compared to all the other folks that came for him. Like, I mean, of course, you can't include Job in there because Job was just trying to live his life. He wasn't he wasn't trying to teach nobody nothing like that. So you can't really count Job, even though he did. Well, I mean, I guess technically he did, but I don't think I don't think he was trying to. I think he was just trying to make things better. I think that was the whole point. I think the whole point of what he's trying. I think he was just trying to change, how how they was doing. I mean, they tried to put up like he was trying to, save everybody. Cause and the whole thing about it was like with the whole Christianity thing. It's just like, oh yeah, Jesus died for your sins. I'm like, how? We still sitting like ain't sins supposed to be over with? He died for us sins. Sins will be over. Like, oh, he can start a new plat, new plat, new slate. I'm like that's stupid. Right. Yeah, Joe got the worst of it. I'd be looking at Chris sideways when they try to justify that shit. I'm like, really? Cause I mean, it's like, well, yeah, it's God. Like, but if it was like any other person, y'all would have had a huge problem with that because of God, y'all feel like y'all can't say nothing about that. And I mean, it's even worse like where they translate the whole thing. 'Cause they said like really when Satan that was allowed to do everything. It was like an angel that came down called Ha Satan, which translated to the challenger, which like was like an angel that like God's supposed to send to test Job. But but even in the the version we got, like it makes it sound like God sent the devil to fuck with Job or Satan or whatever you want to call it. What part of the game is that? What part of the game is that? Like, your best follower, and you just like, nah, he living too good. Fuck that. I'm gonna fuck up all his shit. Humble this nigga. And even though Joe got treated ill, Joe was scared as fuck to say anything bad about God. It wasn't like he was cursing because he's faithful. He just scared. Joe was scared. I know Joe probably would have cussed God the fuck out. Sure. I mean, Job try to take God to court. Like, come on, God, why you doing this to me? Have I been faithful? Yeah, I mean, it was like faith that didn't need to be tested in the first place. He been showing it every day. He was faithful. Like, why would it's like why would you test somebody who already showing you they loyal anyway? Like, oh, I got to make sure. And then like people try to like justify like, oh, well, he gave 3 times everything. I'm like, that's the least he could do after fucking up his life and fucking him up. Yeah, that should be the least you could do. Well, you got 3 times worth of everything. I'm like, so you play with that whole man's life just so you can just for a test, just to prove a point. Oh, just you still baking that pound cake? Oh yeah, let me put this in the chat too. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, and if y'all let's see, let me put that in the chat. Oh yeah, and if y'all like the content, and if y'all want to show a little support, y'all can hit the cash app if you want to. It is up to you. Right. Nigga, give me a break. Shoot. Give me a Kit Kat, nigga. Give me a break. I swear. And Jesus probably like the realest nigga out the whole damn Bible that was like that try to do the right thing. And like, obviously some people try to make Peter sound like he a gangster. So like I'm like, man, look at Peter scary ass on somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, like like Peter talking about, yeah, Jesus, I got your back, when last time he nigga talking all that shit talking about, oh yeah, Jesus. Jesus told me, hey man, I know you're gonna deny me 3 times, it's all good, I know. No, Jesus, I ain't gonna deny you. Man, what the fuck you talking about, man? I ain't finna deny you. Man, I got your back. I ain't gonna never deny you. I got you. You tell me what you need, I got you. And you fat. I'm like, man, lying ass Peter. It was like in front of Jesus, he was showing out. Like, I'm gonna cut this slave here. Like, he cut slave here. Like people in like he cut somebody ear off. He a gangster. Like, yeah, you talking about that same gangster with it when Jesus wasn't around. He started, they're like, oh yeah, Peter, ain't you that one? Hey, don't you be hanging around Jesus? Nah, man, I think you got the wrong person. No, I swear I could have saw you. I swear I saw you hanging around with Jesus. I swear you his boy. I know you are. So now, man, that ain't me. I ain't ever hung around nobody named Jesus. I don't know them. And I was like, um, let me damn, my fucking headset cut off on me. But I'm pretty sure y'all can still hear me though. Let me go ahead and switch out. Where the fuck did I put that? Give me a second, yo. Yeah. If I got it. Hell yeah, people doing like, yeah, that ain't me, man. I don't know who you talking about. That ain't. I don't know nothing. You sure? Yeah, I'm sure, man. I ain't never met nobody named Jesus in my life. Who is this Jesus nigga? Yeah, I was like, yeah. I was like, Peter fake frontin' ass. And then they had a nerve to, like, after Jesus died, make him the leader of the making the leader of Jesus teachers. I'm like, man, why you make this nigga the leader of Jesus teachers? Like, this nigga proved that he would run on your ass. Yeah. Right. Don't ring a bell, dog. Oh yeah, I forgot about the walk on water too. Yeah, this nigga didn't even trust Jesus to come in like, hey, just Peter, just walk. I promise you, you gonna be able to walk on water. Just trust me. Nigga didn't even trust him. Like he just like fall like they trying to over there drowning and shit. Jesus had to go and right. He's gonna survive again. Peter didn't even trust Jesus to save him. Didn't trust Jesus to walk on water, and then on top of that, you almost drowned, not trusting this nigga. You didn't trust Jesus to help to make sure you're all right. You done seen the shit he done did. You still didn't believe. He's like, I don't think I know you could do. Well, hell, I think Thomas probably had more faith in Jesus than Peter did. Honestly, shoot. Oh, sure, you know how it goes, cynical. Well, like when the dead home, like oh yeah, the dead home is like yeah, oh man, yeah man, Jesus my nigga man, yeah man, hey still go. What up, Peter? Oh, well, wait, where'd you come from, Jesus? I rose from the dead. Oh, oh, thank goodness you're alive, you're alive, right? You know how it is, like my dad, like oh that's my homie. Didn't he like that nigga? But like, oh yeah, he did. Now he he the yeah, then you like, oh yeah, that was yeah, the he was off. They weren't yeah, they weren't looking for him. No, Jesus, they killed him. Well, I mean, I guess he came back, but they killed him. You're like, okay, yeah, well, we don't have to worry about that no more. Got that little problem out the way. Yeah, maybe. I had to go back and read that Bible again to see see if they were. But yeah, I think I remember had a conversation with my coworkers about the whole promised land thing, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just kind of like looking at it like, yeah, if you support like what they did to promised land, you support colonization, ethnic cleansing. Ain't no way you convince me otherwise, because you had God tell the Israelites, yeah, there's people here. This is promised land, but in order to get it, you got to wipe out everybody there. So what you waiting on? Go in and do it. You want this promised land, don't you? Which I mean, that's probably where the Catholic Church probably got their whole the whole Inquisition and Crusades, because that's exactly what they did. Like when you would see like white men in the past going to a different country and wiping out the people, that was all part of the Inquisition. They were Christians there. They were trying to convert them to well, I guess at that time it was a political group, even though like the religion of Peter and them were not originally wasn't called Christianity. It was actually called followers of the way. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's why that's like I was saying. I be like saying, I That's why I don't think like the God of the Bible ain't real. Cause I'm like, if that God of the Bible real, we're fucked. If the God of the Bible is the ruler of everything, we're fucked. Cause this petty motherfucker just do shit just to do shit. Fuck up your life just for the he'll fuck up your life just for shits and giggles. And people are like, well, he's always done well, done me right. And I'm like, I don't yeah, I don't think God had anything to do with it. I don't think God had anything to do with that. I think it was you. But if you want to give God credit for it, okay, that's fine. But I don't think he had anything to do with that. Which like I mean, which like God himself like a man made was like a deity, like like people had deities, like they all man made. And my theory about deities, I think deities are created through like through people's energy. Like when people like pray and worship, they give their energy to this deity, which like and I think at some point they give enough energy to this deity, it kind of becomes somewhat real. Whether if it comes an idea that won't go away, or maybe a real being. That's probably what happened. But that's like I said, that's my theory on it. Cause like, it's like if you're like the creator of everything, why are you jealous of anything? Cause like I'm a jealous God. Like, what do you got to be jealous? What do you got to be jealous of? You created everything, and then they tell you that there are other gods. So it's like, why? Okay, so if you want me to create everything, why you worry about these other gods? Ain't they supposed to be under you? I mean, people don't really ask these questions, and I mean, like yeah, some of it's kind of like my questioning of religion, but then it's like based off of things I've seen, like the unseen world, like ghosts, things like people be talking about, well, ghosts are real. I'm gonna tell you that's bullshit. They are very real, and I experienced one, and like I said, I did a whole story time on it, which like barely anybody watched anyway, which I didn't even want to tell it. I've been holding that back for years, and nobody even watched the mother. Yeah, because if you really think about it, it's like think about the words pray and worship. Worship or worship. Like they go to war, and then like you're praying, like they praying off your energy. You to pray. You to pray. They praying off your energy. Y'all still got it up. Let me see if I can find it and put it in the chat. I mean, it should be easy to find anyway because I don't have like a whole lot of content on here, so it shouldn't be. Yeah, yeah, it should be very easy to find. All right, see you later, honey, NY. No, I mean, I found it. I found it. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, yeah, yeah. If you got that, podcast, like you can, put it in chat and then put it in the comment section. I'll check it out because I'm always interested in different things. Like like yeah. I mean, you see it. Yeah, you'll see. Like yeah, like dang. I mean, like it's like my whole ghost experience. Like like I had to be very careful who I told people that because you tell too many people, people start thinking you crazy and shit. and want to try to put you up in a mental hospital, even though what I experienced was real, but they ain't gonna be it because they ain't seen it. So, far as they concerned, I'm crazy. I'm a crazy man telling this crazy story about ghosts. Oh, it don't show? Oh, you talking about the link will show for what you're trying to is it on YouTube? Oh, you talking about the podcast that you're trying to tell me about? Okay. Okay, they have a podcast. Okay, I'll see if I can, find it, see if I can find it. Yeah, but I'm gonna check that out. Cause I done had like, experiences with stuff like that. Like, some was scary, some were, considered amazing, but yeah, it was a few stores. I didn't, like I said, I ain't seen like every, whole bunch of stuff like that, but I've seen enough like that. Yeah, that shit scared me for a while. I'm not gonna hold you. That shit scared me for a while. Oh, I did not mean to do that. That kind of scared me for a while. Oh, I was. Oh yeah. You talking about the? Oh, you can't see the. Let me see. Let's see if I try to put it in again. Oh, that was an accident. That was an accident. I mean, like you can't see what I look like anyway, but I just don't like putting myself on camera or showing where I'm at. Oh, let's see. Okay, I guess yeah, I go ahead and make you I guess let me see. Cause I want to see oh yeah, I forgot I'll make him like all right. I really don't have too many mods on my channel, so I guess yeah. See if you can put it in there. Oh, okay, Snap Judging the podcast. Okay. Okay. Okay, I got you. Yeah, because that's so you just found it. Okay. Yeah, but that's crazy. That is crazy that like they had it on there, but I bet it is. Like I said, I've been like, I mean, I haven't made like, like I probably made like half of the cakes I wanted, to make, which I will have to, try doing once I get a place with some with an oven or. But yeah, once I do that, yeah, okay, I'm definitely gonna check that out. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's like a lot of stuff that might be considered scary, and then on top of that, like I mean, people are capable of so much more. Like I think, I mean, even in that kind of story, I kind of like told like a couple of instances where like maybe has bills that were considered superhuman, even though I was only able to do it once and never could do it again. It happened, and I was just like, yeah, like, and I mean, I just tell you like a little bit of one that'll be on the video that should check out the story time, like as far as that, like when I was when I it was like pretty much like when I almost got hit by a car, and like instead of like I had time to get out the way, and instead of getting hit by like I managed to dodge the car, but the way it felt like I kind of slipped in and out of a split second of time, and I didn't, it just happened, and like I mean, it felt like I teleported, but I really didn't, because like my mind kind of gave me like that instant replay of what happened, and it was like, you move so fast around the I mean, like to the side, like I was just like pretty much, I was like in the middle, like where the car could hit me. I ain't had time to get out the way, and then I'm standing like on the I guess I'm standing here, standing. I guess it would be on the left side of the car, like out the way. Like I'm pretty much just moved out of the way. And I think this time I was practicing Aikido, so no, I wasn't pulled. No, not like pretty much my mind gave me like an instant replay because it was so fast I didn't know what happened. So like mine gave a replay, say, yeah, you moved so fast that you got out the way like without even thinking about it. And pretty much like this time, like I think I was like 21 I was 21 at the time, and I was practicing Aikido. So I guess I was doing like did Remy step in there, which like if you ever did Aikido practice, like practice like they do it like really slow so you can get the hang of everything. I mean, I don't know if it was quantum or whatever, but it felt like like I said, it felt like I slipped in and out of time, like I teleported, but I didn't. But I was like, yeah, like if you ever see that video where they try to say like an angel saving somebody from a truck or something like that, I was like, no, that's not teleportation, that's super speed. And the thing about it was like that kind of gave me an idea of like what the Flash's ability is, and it was actually time control. It's not actually super speed, it's time control, just like its speed just happens to be what controls the time. So that was like pretty ish. Let me see which one you say I gotta listen to tonight. Let me oh yeah, I see that we post that over in the thing, but hold on, give me a quick second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm over here fumbling with the. Man, I should put it in my ears before I before I turn off the mute. But yeah, I mean, it's just like kind of like I think it was just like what happened. I was just thinking about like how fast, I wasn't thinking about anything. So it's like I think it's like kind of like how like they martial arts you practice it enough like they wanted to like where you ain't gotta think about it. Cause if you think about it, it kind of slows. Your thoughts kind of slow you down. Which I mean, it's an interesting way of doing that because I'm like, man, that kind of crazy and like and so I mean, I might have to make a few other people mods too, but yeah, uh, but I do need like a few mods. You're gonna be irregular because the people I have in mods, they ain't even here regular. Yeah, I think maybe a couple of them ain't even. I don't even see them around anymore. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, yeah. I mean, I had practiced it. I mean, I ain't no black belt or nothing because if I was a black belt, I would have. It's like, yeah. I think it's like privilege in martial art, like in America. If you reach black belt, you have to register yourself. You have to register yourself as a lethal weapon. Like they, like once you reach black belt, you consider a deadly weapon. And I think you get in trouble for that if you're a black belt and you don't register yourself as a lethal weapon. So you have to register yourself as one because that's like what my sensei told me. So yeah, he was like say yeah you got to register yourself as a lethal weapon once you get a black belt. Now maybe in the eastern side they don't do that. Uh, I think it might be, but it's just kind of like cause I know I think they had a movie Hurricane. I think like where they had him Resident Evil. I think if you get to a certain level, I'm not sure how it is with boxers. I only know like how it is on the martial arts side, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure like how they go about that, but I think at a certain point that you have to, but I'm not sure how they go about that. If they have to apply, I'm not sure how they go about it. Yeah, I mean, people be seeing like the whole like the movies and things like martial arts like that slow. I'm like, no. If like two black men really fight each other, like yeah, this fight be so fast. It'd be like you watching DBZ or something, watching Dragon Ball or something like that. They move real fast, so it's like when they doing movies, they got to slow it down so much that you can see what's going on. Oh yeah, capoeira. Like yeah, if you do capoeira, if you can do capoeira like for real, you can do b-boy because that's what b-boy comes from capoeira. So so yeah, if you can do one or the other, like if you can b-boy or what they call medium breakdancing or capoeira, if you do either one of them, you can do both of them. If you do one of them, you can do both. Oh yeah, yeah, Muay Thai. Yeah, that's a that's a real dangerous. Cause like I mean, people like see the boxing version of it, but like I remember seeing on video like how they do it on the how they I mean how they just practice it like without the whole like sport aspect. A lot of times like Muay Thai fighters don't even use their fists. They use like their elbows, their knees, and stuff like that. Yeah, I know in your mind. Oh, Sexy Devil's back. Oh yeah, since Sexy Devil's back, let's go ahead and welcome her back in.
Damn! Hi, Miss Parker.
Hi, boy.
We gonna let me fuck Miss Parker?
What'd you say, honey?
Huh? Nothing.
So, yep, spring is coming. Spring is coming, y'all. Pollination season is on the way. Get ready, ladies. Spring is coming. No, wait, let me make Sexy Devil. You know, niggas they say winter's coming, which I don't get that, but yeah, I got y'all. Well, you know, since Devil link is still up, so yeah, if y'all want to come up and share some stuff, yeah, y'all can. Otherwise, I'm still keep talking. I'm probably still talking this long. Got Paul. Oh yeah, you're welcome. I mean, y'all be around anyway. I need some minds anyway. Yeah, I got like two phones recharged. I'm using one to moderate to look at the chat. Oh yeah, you're good. I'm like thinking like damn, this sound good. So I'll be like, yeah, with spring come, when you put that glaze on you, I'm just waiting. Put the glaze on Just Jay, like lick it off of. But I was like trying to figure out like how do I change avatars my day like all that. But I was like, yeah, I said that must be that must be something you gotta pay for to do, like to change your avatar and name while you up on the stream. That must be something you gotta pay for. That's what I'm going around chat room. But spring is coming. Spring is coming, y'all. I swear I'm gonna do that. But 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 yeah, as far as the, the whole martial arts thing, I mean, I kind of found out like that like when I was practicing that like Steven Seagal, however you wanna say his last name. I mean he practiced Aikido, but he mixes his in with Kung Fu, and I remember and I forgot, I'm trying to think who cause I remember they said like Steve Seagal used to try people on set or whatever, and I think I think they kept on talking about it. He was talking about it. He was like, oh yeah, if you talking about one celebrity that be trying people all that, and I forgot who he tried. I think it might be a stuntman or somebody who was real good at martial arts too, and he tried them with it, and I think the stuntman, whoever it was, like fucked him up. So I think he punched him. I think he punched him or kicked something so bad that he actually shit himself. It was I was like, damn, how did that happen? I was like, wow. I was like, dang, okay. I didn't know he had a channel, man. That's one of my favorite actors and martial artists. Like, Michael Jai Wright, he the real deal too. You ever oh, that Blood and Bone movie? I don't know if y'all ever seen Blood and Bone, but that I love that movie. Like probably, but whatever it was, he knocked it out of him. He like, you gonna get that out of you. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, 'cause I think Michael Jordan learned like several martial arts that he still practicing. So he like for real. But like when he was in that movie Blood and Bone, man, he came in like a black superhero whooping everybody. It didn't matter how many people fight him; he just whooping everybody. And I think like he came in there, he fucked up like two. He jumped ahead, like kicked him and all that. He was like, and like lady just about like, yeah, that's some superhero shit right there. Bro. And then like they like people, hey, you say, hey, you keep running your mouth, you gonna be next. What are you talking about? But but yeah, we had that Blood and Bone movie, man. That was a great movie. He just like on his path of revenge, whooping everybody. It didn't matter how many people against him, what was going on. He wasn't gonna stop until he got his revenge, and he was gonna beat everybody up until he got it, and he did. And I think he got revenge on the guy. I think killed his wife, killed his family or something like that, and he got revenge. And then the fun thing about it was like the same dude that was trying Maui Jai White in the beginning. They did the same thing. They tried to do the same thing to him, and he tried to fight back. And no, they not only did they win, they just took it. So the most common sign, well, maybe. Yep. Oh yeah, it's gonna be solid. Or if it ain't gonna be solid, he gonna be in the car mad, mad, and knowing he can't do nothing about it. He just mad. Probably thought yeah, I would, man. I wish he would try to do that to me again. I fuck him up. What is what did you share? Just I gotta get the mother phone. Let me see. Now he had to change. He had to change. Get to change the clothes. Like, okay, I see. I see what you're showing now. Matter of fact, let me go and make sure I subscribe to him. you you're fucking with me. All right. I ain't got two. I ain't got two phones. I mean, I actually have three, but they all like they are all pay phones. I am. They are all pay phones. I am. I actually got three phones and a tablet. I had like two computers. I sold one of them off, and I couldn't get the other one because I didn't have enough room to get it. So I wish I had it, like, cause I like the other computer. It was a good gaming computer, but the only problem was like I had to keep it on the charger most of the time because that motherfucker would would that motherfucker would run out on me if I kept it off for like maybe an hour or so. That motherfucker would run down the battery fast. Like I ain't balling. This is like stuff I bought like over time. I wish I was balling. A prepaid phone. A prepaid phone, just Jay. I thought that's what I was saying. I guess I'm gonna say pay phone. Prepaid phone. Well, you know, like playing I get, I don't worry about. You know, you get like a certain plan, they give you a certain amount of. Well, now you ain't really got to pay for minutes because they ain't really care about that. They'll charge you. They charge you more for the data than the minutes. They charge you more for data than the minutes. 'Cause they know people gonna be on there, be on the data, be on the internet more than they gonna be talking to texting. They give you like a certain amount of data. Now, I remember when I did have a phone plan. I mean, it was through Verizon. I mean, I didn't like the plan because, like, I mean, at least with the prepaid phone, you got the option of, you can keep paying monthly or you ain't gotta pay monthly. You be like, oh yeah, we ain't gotta worry about that. I don't want to pay this. I don't want to pay this month, or I can pay it, or I mean, it's pretty much like what they call the no contract phone. So I'm just like, man, I got that. Try to do that whole payment plan because, like, pretty much like when they do try to get a 2-year plan, they try to get you like this expensive ass phone. They want you to get on a payment plan, paying that too. So the bill gonna be higher. I'm like, man, oh yeah, I'm definitely using Verizon for this one. Now the other ones they use different ones. The one I'm using StreamYard on. That's like a whole different one you StreamYard for. That's Verizon, and the other two are Cricket, which which I was using Cricket for a minute. I just got this one maybe like a month or two ago, but but yeah, when I was using the Cricket phone, like man, that phone used to be. I mean, use what I needed to, but that phone would be acting crazy sometimes because like my phone would my phone would do something sometimes they would call like a phantom touch, like where it would just start pressing shit without you even touching it. So I was like, oh, oh no. I think I remember one time like the phone that either yeah, I think somebody might put a timeout or something like that in the chat. I was like what? I mean, I think I had walked away for a minute and it did that. I was like, oh no. I don't even know when it came. I don't know when Picture PCS came out. All I know I won't get no phone from him. That's all I knew. I thought Cricket would be all right because I'm like, okay, it looks like it's pretty good phone. It's a Samsung. It's cheap. I was like, okay, I'll get this one. And yeah, it was just when just didn't work out the way I wanted to. I mean, like I said, I like this phone better, but I don't feel like it has all that I really want in a phone. So I guess like, I just gotta, give my money up so I get a better phone. Cause the phone I had uh a couple years ago, now that was actually pretty, good phone. and I had like all that stuff. I had like the outer case, that really good liquid screen protector and all that, man. That thing was holding strong. But yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, but yeah, like I said, Rich Piece says I would never get that. And I thought like, okay, let's try cricket because I didn't want to try cricket. Whatever, when my friends was like telling me like, yeah, he used cricket. Like, yeah, cricket cool, man. Yeah, it's straight, whatever. I'm like, all right, well, I go and use it. And then I remember I'm trying to think when they made like a month or two ago before I decided to stop paying. It was like I remember I was trying to get in to pay it because it was like getting close to that time to pay it, and I was at work. I was trying to hurry up and pay it, and I was trying to get into the app where you can pay it at my cricket, and like I was putting in my information, and it would not let me in. It was like something going on with the system. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try the internet site website for to pay. That didn't work. So then I had to call these motherfuckers to try to get my phone paid, through that. And when I'm trying to pay it, I already know if I pay a late fee because it was like, because I think by the time I tried to get on there and pay it again, it was like the next day because I was working through the night. And as soon as I called, they were like talking about, oh yeah, you want to pay for it, it's gonna, yeah, not only you gotta pay extra $5 to get it turned back on, but you also gotta pay $4 because you called the number. I was like, what the fuck? What you mean you gotta pay $4 just using the damn phone? Use the damn phone number. Like, I was like, all right. And I was like, well, I need to use it because I need to use the phone. This is before I got the phone I got now. I was like, all right, cool. I was all right, cool. Y'all get that little $4, but it's gonna be the last month, and it was last month because I wasn't gonna use it again. I wasn't gonna turn the service back on. I'm like, well, I can use the Wi-Fi. Sure, I'm good with that. I mean, hell, like even when StreamYard sometimes when the Wi-Fi be acting up with the StreamYard, I just turn it off. I couldn't believe Ricky was charging me an extra $4 because I called the number. Well, the hell, if your internet and your website is working, I would have to call you. I was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, yeah. So yeah, y'all got it. Y'all got it this time, but don't worry about getting my business again. I will go right back to Verizon. They had good service and everything. I was good. And then like, going, doing the prepaid plan and all that. Sure, hell, I think when I got back on it, sure, they had a promotion. So I'm getting 6 months of Disney Plus free, even though I could watch the shows without it. I watch shows anyway without it, but I got 6 months of Disney Plus for free. So I'm gonna enjoy it till the time run out. I'm enjoying it till the time run out. That's what I'm telling you. So they do. I'm canceled. Get that free get that free Disney time while I can. But yeah, get that free Disney time. So yeah, yeah, they got a promotion thing. You ain't trying to watch some. Yeah, I go ahead and hey, if y'all give it to me for a free trial, yeah, as soon as I get through, I'm gonna take it off. Sure, they got money to be giving out like that. I mean, yeah, if I'm doing a lot more, little lot more, lot better. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe I, have that little, had that little money to spend. But right now, I'm trying to save every dollar I can get. But yeah, I mean, those got great. And like you went got the phone, I was trying to. I mean, I wanted to put a case on it, but like they didn't have, and of course, I bought this phone at Walmart, so I would thought like, since they had this phone at Walmart, they would have a case there. They usually do. They had no case for this motherfucker. I don't blame you. Ain't no shame in that. Ain't no shame in that. Shoot. Come and try to get me paid for something, man. I'll be on like
No,
this.
no, mm-mm, mm-mm, no, 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 hell no, 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 I refuse, no, no.
And you wonder what movie that is? That's from it's from the movie Cop Out. Yeah, there you go. Yep. You know it. You already know. That's my favorite part of the whole movie right there. When he did that. You already know. You already seen it. That movie was so funny. Yeah, Tracy Morgan was hilarious. Also with Sean Will. I think Sean Will Scott. I think they say it. Yeah, Sean William Scott. Yeah, man, he was hilarious as well. But really more of Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan. Boy, they were so funny, man. Think about it, I'll probably go and rewatch that movie. And I cannot believe been on here for almost 3 hours, just talking. So yeah, I gotta, oh yeah, yeah, the rundown. That was yeah. This is thunder and lightning. You want thunder or lightning? Oh my goodness, man. Yeah. Oh, you remember him in Bulletproof Monk? Yeah, yeah. Bulletproof Monk. That was pretty good with it. Even though it was more of a martial art movie, it was still pretty funny though. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while either though. That in the rundown. I remember like with used to watch cable, they used to have that come on like a lot, like the rundown. There was a long time like I mean, there was times like where it did show, but it was like most of the time it would come on at some point through the week, the rundown. Like it's like almost like it was around all the time. Yeah, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that was a funny movie. Shoot, what else? Other movie. I mean, DVD like I mean, I'm surprised DVD's still around. Like but I guess they'll still be around for a little bit. Like even though people can watch them online, yeah, they gonna still be around for a good while. I don't think DVD is gonna be gone away quite yet. They gonna still be here. I guess unless they make some even better, but I don't think they will because there's still people that want DVDs there. So I think you're good. I don't know. I think I heard they still kind of sell like VCRs, but like a VCR with the DVD player, and so yeah, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, I think I've talked. Yeah, I think I've talked enough. It was almost 3 hours. I ain't gonna be on here that long, but yeah, it was good talking to y'all. Let me see. I'm gonna have to go back and make sure I got all the shout outs because I don't want to. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get the shout outs going. But that is crazy. But yeah, I think it's getting close to 12 1 minute anyway. It's getting close to 11:30 really. But yeah. So I'm gonna give my shout out. Shout out to Knots the best gamer. Shout out to Mrs. Queen Sunkiss. Shout out to Sexy Devil. Shout out to Just J. Let's see. Shout out to NY. Shout out to Lady Love. Shout out to the Cynical One. Shout out to DJ Music. Let's see. So I guess Sexy Devil's phone still charging up. Let's see. I'm trying to see if anybody new it came in. But I guess guess your phone's still charging up. So I was seeing if she would come back up, but I guess yeah, I guess it's about time for me to get off anyway. So but yeah, that's all the shout outs. So I appreciate y'all coming through. You know, hey, if you want to show a little extra love, there's a cash app, zero to infinite. Let's see. Oh, dang, I put in the wrong. But like I said, it's not required. But hey, I would appreciate the love either way. You came here, checked out, joined the conversation. You like, you shared, you subscribe. Well, I mean, of course, you're going to have to subscribe to talk to the chat. But, thank y'all for really, like I said, trying to get to that 200 mark. So, that's going to be the goal right now, get the 200 mark. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to just make myself do content, because like I think it's because I be working so much. I don't really be feeling like doing content. I mean, I tell you the truth. Like before I came over here, I almost fell asleep. I was about to lie. I was about to lie, fake, straight the fuck out. I was like, yeah, I'm about to go to sleep. I was like, yeah, I feel sleepy, but I think it was because it was cold and as I turned to eat, and then I got to talking. Like, okay, I'm up. I'm all the way up. But yeah, I appreciate you. Okay, let me see what you said. I don't know, man. Which one you think it might be better? Maybe better for you. Cause like, I mean, like I said, it's what how you want to do it. mean, you probably gonna be the one eating it. But yeah, I'm like I said, I almost fell asleep. 'Cause like I said, I remember like one time like I did a panel and I think I did. I mean I've done like a couple like 6 hour voice streams. I think the first one I did that and I was like have like long convo and I think it was like the first and only time I actually no I think it might be a second time but first and only time I actually fell asleep on my panel on my own panel. I was just we were talking so long it was getting late. I think I just fell asleep without realizing because like I get to lay in that bed that's and it's getting like and it's like late night and I don't yeah. And I done been, I have been working hard for it. Like I'm laying in bed and it's cold. Yeah. Unless I'm just like really, really energized, like I'm engaged. Otherwise, I'll probably fall asleep on you. Like you talking, I'll probably fall asleep on you. If I fall sleep, but I I don't necessarily do lives. I'm gonna fall asleep on. Like I know some people like to do that, but I don't necessarily do that, on purpose. But I remember, that I think the first one I did, but the second one I did, I remember I had it, it was like a long live, but I was like had like so many topics. I was, you know, joking, whatever, and I was like getting out so much information and on certain stuff. Like I had, like, like it was more organized. I had it where like, yeah, these are what I'm gonna talk about. I had, I had my computer had my share screen up and everything. I was doing my thing. Share screen up, like showing off so much stuff, and and I was lucky I downloaded, but I did. It was like it was saved on my old gaming computer and in the phone that was stolen. So I no longer have that that version of I know if I have that video cause like I think like after 2 days after I had put it up because I think I had like conversation and everything on there too. Had like conversation about certain things and man, and then I think 2 days later I was like getting out I was like about to get off work. I'm going on YouTube. YouTube tell me, yeah, we took your video down. You know, we gave you a strike. So and and I think the reason for that, I think I said a word and the algorithm just like said, oh yeah, he's promoting this. And I like when they were like really trying to get hard on medical misinformation, stuff they call it medical misinformation, even though I didn't claim to be a doctor and just showed the facts. I think even the word I think might be thinking about, even though I said it, I wasn't promoting anything. I was just stating facts, stating the facts. I wasn't promoting it or going against it. It was just like I was just saying what it is, and I guess I'm assuming that's what got my channel taken down. So I mean, I can't my video got removed, and I got a strike. So like yeah, so for a whole week, I can't post, can't go live, I can't make no playlists. It's like I was like thinking like you can't make no playlist, you got struck. Yeah, they won't let you make a playlist. If you get struck, you just channel struck, you can't make no playlist. They not finna let you. And then after that, I just then after that I just I was just going to chat like and like people who I was seeing like my channel got taken down. I mean pretty much like when it got taken down because I was going it was like May the 5th like when it happened. So not May 5th, May 4th. So I was gonna do like a whole May the 4th be with you stream on my channel, but I couldn't, so I went to Twitch and did it there. Like I think maybe one person showed up in there, but that person's already on Twitch. She was already on Twitch, so and I'm telling her like, yeah, I'm on Twitch and all that, blah blah. Yeah, yeah, the number, yeah, didn't nobody go over to Twitch. Maybe like one or two people. That's it. And it's just like I think pretty much after that because I was like really excited for YouTube. I was like at that point I was real excited for YouTube. My numbers were going up. I was like doing content. I was feeling real energized and feeling really motivated to do more content. And then YouTube pulls this bullshit. This is like of course it was still during lockdowns, but it was kind of like yeah, it's still like during lockdowns, but it was. But I mean, I was still working, but and when I seen that, it was just it just. I mean, it kind of made me mad. That's why you say fuck you too. Sorry. That's why I have a real hatred for YouTube. That's why I like it. Like going almost to the last year, I was thinking about quitting, just shutting the whole channel down and just going about my business. 'Cause that's how much I did not like YouTube. And it was like, yeah, you should stay and all that, blah blah. People that were trying to that were like saying, yeah, you should stay or whatever. I ain't see these people come back around when I got my channel back when I decided to stay. I ain't see neither one. I ain't seen none of them come on my channel. It was like, hey, yeah, I'm glad you're still here and all that. Nope, none of that. I mean, I know I be disappearing or like that, but yeah, I know like I disappear. Even if I disappear for a whole year, ain't nobody come to check on me. If I ain't saying nothing, ain't nobody come to check on me. I already know that. I mean, when it comes down to like, part like, I mean, you'll be lucky to have people give a fuck about you, but I mean, I mean, I guess I kind of do, but it's like, but for the most part, yeah, ain't nobody for that come check on your ass unless they just really fuck with you like that. But yeah, I mean, but I'm not trying to shame nobody, nothing like that, but that's, I mean, but I was just trying to keep it real though. But as far as that, I am I am kind of like YouTube a little bit more, but I still fuck YouTube all day though. That's why I tell St. Bill say monetize me as much shit I talk about too. Not finna get monetized. Uh, and oh yeah, yesterday I did try to get into Rumble, try to make an account on Rumble, and it wouldn't let me do it on the app. So I mean, I'm gonna try again as soon as I get off, but I don't know if I will be able to do it. But I think I've talked enough. I almost made it to the 3 hour mark. I mean, probably 3 hours after I shut it down. Probably more than that after I shut it down. But yeah, thank y'all for rocking with me. I would say I'll try to come back home tomorrow at the same time, but I'll probably be at work. So I don't know. Maybe if might come earlier. Maybe do it through the day. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we'll see. But thank y'all for rocking with me. Hey, y'all catch the replay. Thank y'all for checking it out. I mean, if y'all watch it all the way through, This long ass stream, you a real one. I'm gonna tell you that right now, you a real one. So, wholeness and balanced vibrations, y'all. And y'all have yourselves a good night. I'll see y'all guys later.